Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. I know most of you guys are excited to see me back on the screen. It has not been easy. It has been very difficult. But I want to thank you guys for the support which you offered to me. I just can't thank you enough. My family were actually surprised at the quick response from you guys. When I made that video in the morning, I was just leaving to Homa Bay. I can tell you by the time I reached Homa Bay, we had already clocked 60,000. That money saved lives in Homa Bay, and it facilitated the transfer of many people. By evening, that money had clocked over 100,000. And we thank you guys so much. At least you were able to move here and there. I'll be briefing you on other developments, but not for now. Today, I want us to look at this meeting between Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and Maina Njenga, which took place yesterday. For me, it is a political storm. And that storm is actually causing havoc in William Ruto's camp and his political strategy. That meeting is significant politically speaking because of two main reasons. Number one, Maina Njenga just recently declared himself the Mount Kenya spokesperson. And according to Maina Njenga, he was given that title by Jenga Karume. Jenga Karume had a special relationship with the former president Mwai Kibaki. Maina Njenga played some roles in 2007. So the meeting is significant. In fact, Maina Njenga has been involving himself of late in serious political activities in the mountain. Recently, I did a video, which I'm going to share the link, about Maina Njenga's political activities in the mountain, which is worrying William Samoei Ruto. So it's significant. Number two, it's also significant because it's coming at a time when Eden Duale, in his book, just revealed how Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto had purposed to support Kalonzo Musyoka for the presidency in 2013. But Kalonzo Musyoka made a mistake or a statement which made them to pull out of that deal. And of course, it's also coming at a time when Kalonzo Musyoka's presidential bid is being discussed even within the Azimio camps. So it's significant. But how is it causing a storm in William Ruto's political strategy? Let us begin by looking at William Ruto's political strategy, especially for the mountain. William Ruto's political strategy is founded on what Mutai Nguni coined in 2013, the tyranny of numbers. He believes that as long as the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins can vote together, then he simply needs to go to the coastal region and Western Kenya and get, let's say, 20% of the votes, then he will be able to win the presidency. So for me, I tend to think that William Ruto is keen on, number one, locking the mountain, because mountain is key for his bid. But how can he lock the mountain? If you've been studying William Ruto of late, his strategy of locking the mountain is simple. Number one, he's making sure that there is no political party which will emerge in the mountain. Jubilee Party, which Uhuru Kenyatta was trying to revive, he has trying to take it over from Uhuru Kenyatta. Number two, William Ruto is also ensuring that he has direct control over the voters and the leaders in the mountain. For example, he has gagged almost all leaders. Just before the calamity befell us, I wanted to do a video about an interview which Wamuchomba actually conducted on Spice TV. In that interview, Wamuchomba was revealing how William Ruto has gagged them from speaking. They can't even speak on one man, one vote, one shilling. Someone like Rigathi Gachagua cannot even meet with members of parliament from the mountain without authority from William Ruto. So he wants to have direct control. Then William Ruto is also still hoping on Raila Odinga's phobia. He wants to create it because that's the only thing which unites the mountain. And of course, there's that Uhuru Kenyatta's factor. You know, making Uhuru Kenyatta as the sole cause of problems facing the mountain. So William Ruto has those strategies for the mountain. But how is it that this meeting between Maina Njenga and Kalonzo Musyoka is causing panic in William Ruto's camp? For those who understand the politics of the mountain, number one, Maina Njenga can easily pave way for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's entry into the mountain. I've always told people that politics is very interesting and there's so many factors which are considered. And I strongly believe up to now that Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga failed to utilize the power of Maina Njenga. Why am I saying so? Maina Njenga has loyal foot soldiers. People who follow Maina Njenga in the mountain, the youths there, can be over 1 million. He starts with them. So which means if Kalonzo Musyoka wanted to venture into the mountain, he can simply use Maina Njenga to organize the rallies. And you've seen how Maina Njenga's rallies in the mountain are full to the brim. So he can ask Maina Njenga to organize rallies, then he attends, or they can organize joint rallies with Maina Njenga. That will allow Kalonzo Musyoka to penetrate the mountain. One thing I know with Kalonzo Musyoka is that he's not taking his presidential bid seriously. I'm saying this because, for example, I've just gone to Kalonzo Musyoka's Facebook page. There is nothing about this particular meeting. That page was updated almost 4 days ago. And we are talking of someone who wants to become the president of the Republic of Kenya. Someone who wants to win the support of the youths. So he's taking things casually. But the fact is, Maina Njenga can easily pave way for Kalonzo Musyoka's entry into the mountain using his support base. Number two, William Ruto managed to capture the youths in the mountain. He did this by creating a dynasty versus hustler narrative. As we speak, the mountain is restive. So which means Maina Njenga can easily go back and consolidate those youths and then deliver them to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. That is something which is really worrying this gentleman. Because William Ruto used all tricks in the books to win the support of the youths in the mountain. And of course, because of the shame, some of those guys are not willing to come back to Raila Odinga or to support Raila Odinga. So Kalonzo Musyoka stands a better chance that Maina Njenga can talk to these youths, convince them, and turn them around Kalonzo Musyoka. But in exchange for what? What are you offering Maina Njenga? Are you going to offer Maina Njenga the running mate? Or are you going to offer Maina Njenga one of the parliamentary seats in Nairobi? The gubernatorial seats somewhere else? Several other things. But the truth is, Maina Njenga has those youths who can easily be converted to Kalonzo. Number three, why this meeting is worrying Ruto is the Railaphobia. You know, if you want to dismantle William Ruto's political schemes in the mountain, just bring someone new. He has invested in anti-Raila Odinga campaign. Now, Kalonzo Musyoka is coming in the picture and is coming with Maina Njenga. Do you remember how one time Maina Njenga invaded William Ruto's meeting and held a meeting, a rally within William Ruto's road meeting? That's how powerful this guy is. Most people, including I know some on this platform, are taking Maina Njenga as if he's not a serious guy. Maina Njenga is a very serious person. He has followers. In politics, it's all about the numbers. Maina Njenga has those numbers. So for me, by Kalonzo Musyoka coming and Maina Njenga coming, Railaphobia will no longer be a tool for William Ruto. Then I ask you this question. What do you think someone like, let's say someone like the Kikuyu member of parliament, Kimani Ichung'wah or Ndindi Nyoro, what do you think they'll be telling the people of the mountain if you remove Raila Odinga from the equation? The only challenge is they can now brand Kalonzo as a project. Then they run away with it. But the fact is, no, the idea of Railaphobia will no longer be part of the equation in William Ruto's camp. And lastly, the hustler nation. William Ruto made promises after promises after promises to the hustler nation. He told them so many things, how he was going to employ them, how their problem was caused by Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. So now Uhuru Kenyatta is not there, Raila Odinga is not there. It's Ruto who is ruling. Then he has failed because he made promises which nobody, I'm telling you, the kind of promises William Ruto made, nobody, even Raila Odinga, was going to have a problem in this country because globally, the state of economy is bad. But William Ruto assured the Kenyans that all these problems were as a result of the handshake. So for me, the failed promises to the youths, especially those in the mountain, will be enough to change the equation in favor of Kalonzo Musyoka with the help of Maina Njenga. I don't know what you think. That's my take. And thank you guys. Until next time, I'm actually heading to several hospitals right here in Kisumu to see how many people we can discharge, how many people are left. We now have very few people left in hospital. Probably I know there's a case or two which probably I'll have to come back to you guys for support, but I'll have to go and ask my family if they'll require your support on that particular case. It's another lady, the youngest lady who was the youngest child who was on that ill-fitted bus. She requires serious surgery. Yeah, I might come back to you. If I come back to you, probably for that particular case. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.